Okay. So once you get this going, so obviously you are targeting search terms, right? So for those search terms, you're driving traffic to your listing. So tell us, what are you watching during that first 4 to 6 weeks?
Yeah, it is. It's a little bit different from, or I guess it's a lot different than Amazon in this keyword case. So whereas with Amazon PPC, it's very similar to Google search. With Google search ads, the standard Google search ads, you're actually doing positive keyword targeting, let's call it. You're uploading your keywords that you want to target, and then you're also adding negative keywords to further refine that list as search terms come in. With Google Shopping and Performance Max running along the shopping feed, it's a little different. There, you're actually not uploading any positive keyword targeting. You're not adding keywords like leather shoes, men's boots. You're not actually adding those keywords. Google scans through the feed, that feed that you made for Google Merchant Center where you added in a product title and product description. Google reads through that whole feed and they determine what keywords they want to show for. So I've worked with businesses where if they have, let's say they sell shoes, for example. Sometimes I'll work with an apparel brand where they want to be more branded with it. So even though it's just, let's say, a pair of leather shoes for men or for women, they'll upload it as something like let's say they called their product, the Marilyn Monroe boot, something like that. That's not very helpful for search. People aren't really searching Marilyn Monroe boot and expecting to see a pair of shoes like that. That's not really helpful. You want to name it something more specific and more relevant to the searches. So something more like maybe, brown leather boot for women. You actually want to tailor your product titles to match what Google will scan and then interpret as key search terms. So Google will then scan those product titles and descriptions that you write for your products, and it will determine what it wants to show for. The two kind of levers that you have after Google determines what your products will show for are the negative keywords, which is similar to Amazon PPC and Google search ads, and your conversion bid. So similar to a CPC bid, you have those options with Google as well, where you can adjust it based on ROAS, on CPA, on CPC. You can make those adjustments to tighten or loosen your bid. And it takes a while because you can't upload positive targeting. It does take a bit of time sometimes for Google to actually identify those search terms that will convert more highly.
How much time are we talking about usually?
It depends on your budget. So if you're spending like 3,000 a month, that sample size of data will take longer to accrue. If you're spending 20, 30K per month, you'll get those learnings pretty quickly. So you can actually you'll probably start to get conversion signal within a few days to a week. With a smaller budget, it may take a week or two. Yeah.
That gives a whole different meaning to the phrase "time is money," huh?
Indeed. Yeah. Yeah.
So ultimately they want you to spend 5 digits, low 5 digits as soon as possible.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.